Hey JavaScript learners, welcome to a deep dive into variables, the building blocks of your code. Today, we're exploring the different ways to create and manage variables in JavaScript, so you can write code that's both powerful and flexible. Get ready to master var, let, and const your keys to unlocking variable magic. What are variables? Variables are like little storage containers for your data. They hold values that your code can work with, such as numbers, text, or even other variables. Think of them as a way to organize and manipulate information within your programs. JavaScript offers three ways to create variables: var, let, and const. Each has its own unique characteristics and use cases. Var, the old school approach. Var was the original way to declare variables in JavaScript. It has some quirks, like function-level scoping and variable hoisting, which can sometimes lead to unexpected behavior. While it's still valid, it's generally recommended to use let or const in modern JavaScript. This defines a function named example var. This block always executes since the condition is always true. It declares a variable x with the value 10 and logs it to the console. This line logs the value of x to the console. The first log is within the block, and the second is outside the block but still within the function. This line calls the example var function, triggering the execution of the code inside the function. The console will display 10. This is because the value of x is logged twice, once inside the block and once outside the block. But both logs display the same value of 10. Let, the modern choice for flexibility. Try running this code. You will not get the output a second time. An error should be displayed. Why is it showing an error? Let's find out how to solve it. The reason the second console.log y is not working is due to the scoping rules of the let keyword. When you declare a variable using let inside a block, like inside an if statement, that variable is only accessible within that block. This is known as block scope. The first console.log y works because it's within the same block where y is declared. The second console.log y outside the block will result in an error because y is not defined in that scope. The variable y only exists within the block of the if statement. If you want to use the value of y outside the block, you need to declare it in a scope that encompasses both the block and the area where you want to access it. This way, y is accessible both inside and outside the block. Other facts about let variables. This makes your code more organized and less prone to errors. You can also reassign let variables, allowing you to change their values as needed. Const, for unchanging values. Const is used for variables that you don't want to change after their initial assignment. Now let's try another assignment after the first assignment to a const variable. This line declares a constant variable named z and initializes it with the value 30. The const keyword is used to declare constants, and once a value is assigned, it cannot be reassigned. This line attempts to reassign a new value to the constant variable z. This line attempts to log the value of z to the console. Due to the error in the previous line, this line may not be executed, but if it were, it would not reach this point because of the reassignment error. In summary, the attempt to reassign a value to a constant variable z results in an error, and the subsequent console.log z might not be executed due to that error. Other facts about const variables. It's perfect for values that remain constant throughout your program, such as mathematical constants or configuration settings. Using const helps prevent accidental modifications and makes your code more predictable. Now, let's write a simple JavaScript code. We have three circles with radii of 3.5 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and 14 centimeters. The task is to write a code that calculates and displays the squares of their radii. Declares a constant variable named pi with the value 3.14. Constants are used when the value should not be reassigned. Three variables, area 1, area 2, and area 3, are declared and calculated using the constant pi. These represent the areas of circles with different radii. Logs the calculated areas to the console using console.log. Best practices and common pitfalls. Choose the right keyword. Use const for values that should not be reassigned, like mathematical constants. Use let for variables that may change during the program execution. Use var sparingly due to its hoisting behavior. Variable hoisting. Declare variables before using them to avoid hoisting issues. In this example, pi is declared before use, following this best practice. The variables pi, area1, area2, and area3 are appropriately scoped within the function. This prevents unintended variable access from other parts of the program. Descriptive variable names. Use descriptive names to enhance code readability. In this case, pi clearly represents the mathematical constant, and area1, area2, and area3 indicate the calculated areas. By following these best practices, your code becomes more readable, maintainable, and less prone to common pitfalls. Mastering variables is an essential step in your JavaScript journey. By understanding var, let, and const, you'll write cleaner, more efficient, and less error-prone code. Keep practicing, and you'll be a variable virtuoso in no time. Like and subscribe for more JavaScript awesomeness.